and hopefully, but restream event for YouTube with thumbnails. You currently have an issue with restreaming. Ah, the thumbnails are broken today. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. Yeah, thumbnails are not working for live streams. Okay, that's fine. But we are fixed, I believe. Fixed. Maybe. Let's go check real fast. Yeah, we're fixed. Cool. Yeah, thumbnails are not working for. Cool. Awesome. We're back. I think it's fixed. Awesome. Yeah, YouTube's having a little issue, and I guess that's might be why it's kicked me off. Because we're using Restream and it was not connecting to the server. Either way, we can start over. Welcome back, guys. Glad to have you. And yeah, like I was saying, before we got rudely disconnected, the new Apple iPads are now available. These are the most affordable iPads currently, even over the iPad mini, and we'll talk about that in a second. But you can pre-order these, and they're going to be available. So if you order it right now, you'll have it. It'll be released on the 24th. Hopefully, there's still a stock available for the first shipment. If not, you'll get it very shortly after. Amazon's really good at estimations, so definitely really good there. But next Friday, so the end of Friday, if you decide to want to pick up one of these. But the biggest difference is it's still the 10.1. It still has the bezels. It's still the old body style, so you're not really changing much there. You have the option to go cellular as well too. That adds another $120, $130. But you can add this on your monthly if you wanted to through your service provider, which you can't do that through Amazon, unfortunately. You could do cellular and pay monthly, but either way, you can just pay for it out front. But the biggest thing that they changed is you have double the capacity of memory off the bat. So the previous model only had 32 gigabytes of memory to start off with at its lowest price point. Now you're getting 64 gigabytes of memory at its lowest price point. So it's a little better for you. You do get the better A13 Bionic chip with a neural engine. So it's going to be the performance of what the iPad Pro had a couple years ago, but still getting a lot better performance for it as well too. This is also something that's also really big, or a big change with this, and this is something I really like. I know my mom uses her Facecam all the time on her iPad, so upgrading, if she's going to upgrade, I'm going to talk to her about this and see if she wants to get it. Upgrading this gives her a much better front-facing camera. It's a 12 megapixel ultra-wide front camera with center stage. With center stage is really cool. What it does, it's kind of like the Anchor camera that we have, which I don't know why I'm off center today. I think the camera might have shifted. There we go. Let me see if I can pull it up. The Anchor. So center stage works very similar to this, where if I move on the screen, the camera centers me back into it. So this is very similar to center stage. Anchor has it's called the AI tracking. So very same concept. And very high megapixel for pictures anyways. But it's going to be a HD video camera, so you're going to get really good crystal clarity out of it if you are using the front-facing camera on the iPad, which is huge. Now it's actually usable webcam. It's funny because that's better web camera than they have in the MacBooks. Still, don't know why, but it is still better. So hopefully the next MacBooks will have the 12 megapixel ultra wide front-facing center stage camera, as this is as thin as a bezel and as thin as the screen for a MacBook. So who knows? We'll see if that's something that's going to carry over. That's something that's huge, I feel like, especially if you're using this for family, friends, school, because we know we have school now. A lot of them are doing Zoom calls. A lot of them are doing Skype, Google, Discord. You have a better camera for that now in this iPad than you would, in some cases, than your webcam. So definitely something to consider. And then the only two sizes they have is 64 gigabytes, and then it jumps all the way up to 256 gigabytes. So only for $150 more, you can get quadruple the storage space, which is super nice, especially if you're using this as a main productivity tablet. So if you want to save videos on here, all of your pictures, your work documents, everything beyond just the going into the cloud, which I utilize the cloud a lot, and it's very helpful, especially with video editing. You can edit really, seamlessly using LumaFusion or even iMovie on the iPad. It makes it really easy to, handle all that stuff, and you can edit stuff in the cloud, so you don't have to actually download it to the device. Well, you do download it to the device, you edit it, and then you can move it back to the cloud. So it makes it really simple and seamless to keep your video files together. That's what I do, anyways. I pull it from the cloud, edit it with the program, and then send it back to the cloud, and it doesn't have to take up storage space on my iPad, which is pretty nice. So this is fantastic. Not the 479. This one, 64 gigabytes, $329. I think this is a fantastic price. They still kept, the bezels, which the bezels aren't bad. The way that the screens are now, this is a Retina display with True Tone, which is super nice. That's also a big upgrade from the previous model. The previous model did